superstar wide receiver. He comes in second in the NFL in touchdown reception.
Two of the NFL's best starts challenging each other here. Off we go in a Week 4 showdown. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. And leading them out, one of the league's longest tenured quarterbacks.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Here we go, Shaq. Let go.
He's going to throw this one. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Third down, 1 yard to go.
Let's go. Go. Go.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1. The Colts ready for the punt. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now in the NFL.
And when we look back at last week's win, Kate, pretty easy to see those 4 touchdowns have more of an impact on the game than the 1 interception he threw. Wasn't quite perfect. I'm sure that pick will nag at him, but you'd welcome an encore of everything else he was doing in that ball game.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He beams one deep. It connects on the deep shot. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Oh, he's in trouble, and he'll go down. The Colts got him. Pushing the pace right away to start the game. Here he is on 3rd and long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Colts take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Go. Ready, go. Hunt.
Throwing from the gun here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Ready. Set.
Looking for a throw here. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Their punter making his way out now. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular
Yep.
right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away. Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. You got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
2nd and 10 now. He's trying to go deep again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. Finds him over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. We're going for this. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hits him on the out route. All the way, touchdown, Indy! The Colts take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Cade, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense making its way back out now. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Come out throwing. Hits him on the end route. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 36. He's got a man left. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Play action on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be a 1st down. They'll throw it again. Still on his feet. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They are throwing it again. Short pass brought in. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll give them a 1st down. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing it again here. Catch made over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has room into the secondary. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
We're going to get a timeout here. Play clock was down to 4 seconds. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Nighthawks start to fight back with their first points of this game. That one right down the middle. And the Nighthawks tie this game 7-7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building. Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Here we go. Here we go. Set go.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Go.
Here's 2nd and 7. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Get it. Hit it. Get it.
Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Punting unit out now. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That one's complete over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. It's the Nighthawks looking at 2nd and 1. Here's a throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a 21-yard gain. And they're going to have a 1st down. Dropping back to throw. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Still sticking with the passing game. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's in, touchdown! The Nighthawks get some late points and the lead. They'll try this extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Nighthawks break that tie and now lead by 7. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. After the sack, another pass on second down. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it'll be their football. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Back to throw. Launches one deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's got it over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Third down from the gun. He fires one deep down the right sideline. Trying to find his tight end. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Here's the snap on 4th. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing now from the gun. Complete over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. The Colts taking timeouts. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Offense to the line for second down. Trying again following the sack. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Here we go, sack.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. And the Colts will try for 3. Out comes their field goal unit. This, 42 yards from the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. That one vehemently swatted away. So it'll be 2nd down. A final throw before the break. He's looking deep once again. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Not a big window for those halftime speeches. They're right back out of the locker room and set to resume play with the 3rd quarter. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Nighthawks headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Looking into the air here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that gives them the 1st. He'll throw it yet again. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, looking to throw. Setting up the running back screen. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And they'll have 1st down. Throwing off the play fake here. And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. The Nighthawks grow the lead coming out of halftime. That one splits the uprights. And the Nighthawks drive their lead to 11. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And now they face 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. That one's complete, right side. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They're now set for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
Back now, pressure on its way. And he overshoots his man. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up. They'll throw it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group...
And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Punt team on the field. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Trying for the deep ball. He's got it deep downfield. He does it. Touchdown. The Nighthawks lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Nighthawks push their lead to 18. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this 3rd quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground.
Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. Shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. That one right down the middle. And the Colts make it an 11-point ball game. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Big gain downfield. He picks up 28 on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down.
Move the chains. Gotta move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They'll try and throw it here. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Colts have some new life in the fourth. All right, that's now his second interception thrown in this game. Obviously not a stat you want, but he does have those 4 touchdowns to fall back on.
And that pick, well, makes it a little bit better performance for this defense, right? I mean, you get burned 4 times, but at least you got a couple to hang your hat on that you did take away. I'm not sure that is going to save them from what's going to be a really rough film session, though.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Working inside the red zone. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll throw it. Has it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Check, Panther. Alert.
Hand off to the back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
On the set.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. Now looking to throw. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Offense up to the line fast. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown. I'd say the Colts less than pleased with
Previous play is under review.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, Brock, I love the creativity, trying to catch him a little bit off guard there, but I'm sure some people seeing that call going to say, just give it to your back and keep it simple.
Like give it to Marshawn in the Super Bowl simple?
I mean, maybe. I wasn't going to go there, but yeah, maybe. Now outruns their offense to take over. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. And that completion gets him up to 400 yards in the football game. No, it's a tough mark to reach, but one that every quarterback takes pride in being able to reach, or at least challenge every so often. So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35.
Let's go.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Back to throw now. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Defender's smart there to get a hand on that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Nighthawks stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offense set to head out. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
79 Broncos. Ready. Hut.
Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Go!
Slot receiver headed left. From the 38. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. Complete beyond the marker. Escapes a defender. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Before we can get a snap on second down, they call timeout.
Brings up second and 17 at the 31-yard line.
Trying again, following the sack. Short pass brought in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. From the red zone now. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They're throwing it. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete. They've held him out twice. Here we go. Third and goal. Here he is to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Nighthawks will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Taking a shot deep down the field it goes. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Cut out left. It's a pickup of 26, and it'll give him a first down.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Finds him over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
He has the first over the middle. And he moves the chains. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They send a receiver in motion right. "12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first."
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Chased out to his right. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
Dump off caught by his back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Setting up a throw. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Colts take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. First and 10 from the 41.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Need this to force overtime. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying. They kept taking shots to the very end. But now we have reached that end. This one's over. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better...